these are the latest pictures, so I just couldn't help myself. The area is too interesting. I'll try to use exposure technique as I talk. That's quite interesting, that one there. It looks as though it's been artificially produced. I can't seem to do much of that one. Not much proof on that one. This is good. It just shows them at all angles, and obviously it just looks like a square object. I'll try to go to the highlights. It's great. Could be too dark. That's it. Obviously shows a remains of something about sculpture that's rounder or curvier, so I'll try to play around again with the histo on this one. Again, it's not that clear, but this time I've sort of tried to grab things which I thought would be sticking out. That's interesting as well. Obviously it's some sort of carving. I'll just try and enlarge it. That's a good picture. See what I mean? You've got the squares and everything coming up. Try to go through it quick and not to bore you. It's just there was a lot of interesting stuff going on here. By changing the highlights a bit, it brings up a little bit more to it. That's interesting. So that was just a feature, obviously, that I found in the background. It just looks to be carved. See what I mean? I'll try and enlarge a fraction. Yeah, that's like a carving hanging out of the edge of the ledge. I don't think it's natural. It just looks like a huge. That area is like opened up. I don't know what I can do with the highlights on this one. It's bizarre, isn't it? See that there? It's like a big serpent's mouth has just opened. Look at it. What can I do? It is bizarre. I don't know how to increase that. Hey, look at that. That's come up a bit. Wow. I just don't know what to make out of it, that's all. It just doesn't seem unnatural to be coming out of the rock in that shape. It's like a serpent's head opened up. Opens its mouth up. That's unusual as well. I'll bring the highlights up. See what I mean? It looks like it's on a flat ledge. It's been actually placed on there to sit there. Next. On its own, not much. It just sort of starts to look like some sort of carving in the rock. That's why I thought I'd play around with this one for a while as well. Next. That's. It looks that area's been carved out very nicely. It just doesn't look unnatural, but it could be. I'm not saying it's not, but look at it. That's interesting, isn't it? Play around with the highlights a bit. Yeah, that's an interesting one. It's very unnatural. It seems to follow some sort of natural curves, and then it doesn't prove anything, but it's nice, isn't it? Takes the highlights a bit more. Next. Don't know what to make out of this. It's very interesting. That area opens up, and that seems to sort of to be able to fit inside there. Next. That one looks interesting. It's as though it's been carved out. Again, I can't prove anything and say, well, it has, but see what I mean? It's a good picture. Next. That obviously shows like that area's been carved out somehow to produce some sort of trap for the water that runs down or something like that. I'm not sure what to say about it. If I go this way, I might bring something up. Next. Interesting. That's inside the mountain itself. It's like a carving, a square carving. It just doesn't seem to be natural. That's why I sort of focused in a bit more on this one, so I can bring up more colour. That's interesting. It just looked as though it was part of something that's been knocked off or demolished. See what I mean? It's perfectly round down the bottom. It's got that there, and this one starts to come up there. It's interesting, isn't it? It's as though it's actually some sort of mold or something like that. See that? Interesting. On its own, it can't prove anything, but it's just an interesting picture. This one, on its own, can't do much with it really. This one's like an upside down table actually. Look at it. The more I analyze this and look at it, it just seems to be part of a remnant of an upside down table that's just been thrown down a cliff. I don't want to make it too dark. Actually, I'll try to make it brighter. Yeah, see what I mean? Interesting. That looks like there's a definite carving in there. So what I'm trying to do is put more emphasis on this part of the histogram. Yeah, there it is. It's coming up now. It's like someone purposely could have been trying to demolish this, or it's that old that has just been coming off piece by piece and just... It's a good one. It just stuck out too much to be looking normal. So what I'll do, I'll go that part of the histogram and then bring that part back. Could be something, but on its own, it just looks like a brighter type of metal. Next. That looked interesting. There's too many right angles and straight lines involved, so I'm trying to... That's it. That's done the job now. Look at that. That's interesting. See what I mean? All those straight lines and right angles. I'm trying to bring up the features without losing it. So the highlights, I'm going all the way to this side. It's very rare that I go that far. Histogram, I'll try to go a bit more down here. It's probably the best right there where it was. Pretty hard, it's very blurred, but somehow adjust the detail. I'll press that button. Sharpen. Analyze. I'll see if that does something. Did it do it? Yeah, it did. There's something there, isn't there? You've got the straight lines, then perpendicular lines. It just doesn't seem right, that one, but could be normal. It's hard to say for that one, isn't it? Next. I saw these right angles coming up, so obviously I'll have to use a sharpen noise on that one. Sharpen detail. Maybe that's done it. See what I mean? There's things going on there which look as though you got right angles and things like that. That actually made it darker. I want to make it a bit more brighter. It's hard to say anything definite about this one, but I saw the V shape there. That brought my attention to this one. Next one. There's a lot of curves going on down there, so that's why somehow I think there's stuff in there to be looked at, and I was correct. See that stuff curving down there and there as well, highlights. Look at that. That's very interesting. A larger fraction. Try to brighten it a fraction from this side. That's better, yeah. There's things going on, but obviously not similar to what we have on Earth. They're good pictures, I like them. This one I'll bring up this way. I'll play with the highlight, and we're starting to bring up stuff here. Look at that. The histogram, they'll make it a bit brighter, and let's enlarge it. It looks like all these things have just been dumped in there. I'm not sure what that is. Just detail. Let's sharpen it. See if that works. Go. Has that helped a bit? I don't know. Next one. Looks like a slab. 2 or 3 pieces to a slab, and it's hiding a hole in the ground. See how it's been lifted up there? Now, if I play it this way and reduce this effect here, yeah, you see it there? It's coming up. That's the second part of it. I don't know what it is actually and the function of it, but it looks could be hiding an entrance. Do you get that same feeling about this one as well? And if I do it this way, it just brightens it up a bit. Yep, that's better. See what I mean? There's something going on. If I can sharpen it and reduce noise. Applying, it's done. Let's see what this does to it. Yeah, it has brought up a bit. Okay, next. I saw too many different shapes like that triangle there to be unnatural, so I'm trying to focus more on it. That's done it well. Look at that. And then play with this one here. Detail, just the detail, sharpen and analyze. We might be getting good results with this technique. Yes. It's just, it doesn't look right, especially that triangle there. Next one. This one looked good, because again there's too many things there that don't look like just natural rocks. It's full of, it's like a junk pile, isn't it, of things that have been torn down or either purposely destroyed or just due to erosion and just hundreds of thousands of years. Try that. See, this is taken from very far away, the picture, so let's do the sharpen trick and analyze, see what happens. This is fun, but sometimes it doesn't produce good results. Here it has. Look at that. There's stuff going on, but I can't say what it is. See what I mean? All that different sort of stuff. Next one. These were less obvious things. Obviously, I had a pick up in the first time I went through the cliff. We'll do the sharpen noise, which I mean sharpen image and reduce noise. Applying, done. Not much we can do with that one. Try to brighten it this way. There's things going on, but I can't say what they are. This is the best one. I seem to like that. I didn't try sharpening it. Let's do it again. Let's sharpen it and analyze. Ready? Go, go, go. And this one here as well. Yep, things have been. Yep, that's brought some stuff up. It just doesn't seem to be natural. Let's brighten it up. I don't know what it is. It's in the corner of the cliff down the bottom. That didn't look natural, especially for square. So it's around that square type of object. It looks very interesting, but I don't know what it is. That's the problem. Okay, that's it. I think we've gone through all the images now once we return back to that one. They're great. This is the one that wins the prize. It's like an upside down table that's laying down. It's got 4 legs. One there, one there, one there. That looks like one other thing on the side. It just doesn't look like it's a rock. Just detail. We didn't do that trick on it. Let's do that trick. Let's go back. Has that brought it up? I don't know. Especially with that object there, it looks very shiny. Let's enlarge it as much as we can. Interesting one, that one. We'll go back and play around with this exposure here. I really want to try to bring this one up, but every time I try to play with it, I lose what I've got there. See what I mean? I'm starting to lose that. Yeah, I don't know what to do with that one. It's tricky. But it's interesting, isn't it? Okay, that's it for now.